Hi everyone, welcome back to the journey of my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing the end of year book tag, which I know I'm a little bit late to the game on this one, but it is not the end of the year yet, so I think that I still have time for this. Question 1 is, are there any books you started this year and need to finish? So I don't actually have a book that I've been working on for a long time and still need to finish before the end of the year. Thankfully, I'm caught up on all of my kind of long time reads, but I do have some reads from this month that I haven't finished yet that I definitely want to get done before the end of the year. These are my current in progress reads. So I've got Faust, Lost Metal, and The Dragon's Tooth, which is book 1 of the Ashtown Burials series. So my hope is actually to finish these really before I post this video. We'll see if that happens. It's possible that these will run over into December a little bit. I'm hoping that I will finish these while it's still November, because it is still November at the time of this filming. So we'll see about that, but definitely by the end of the year, I want to make sure that I finish these. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And like I said, I'm kind of late to the game on this. It's getting a little bit late for autumn books, but I am reading The Dragon's Tooth, which has enough of a spooky and gritty vibe that I feel like it works for a kind of fallish book. It technically takes place during the summer, but the color of the cover looks sort of like a fall leaf, I guess, and just thematically speaking, I feel like it would kind of work as a Halloween read. So even though it is long after Halloween, it doesn't really feel like fall anymore. I guess you could count this as my kind of transitioning into colder weather read. Question 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? Well, the Lost Metal came out already, so not really at this point, but I am still waiting on a library book, so I don't think that really counts, but I'll use it for this question anyway since I don't have a better answer. I have had That Hideous Strength, the third book of C.S. Lewis's space trilogy, on hold at the library for a very long time. I'm finally close to the front of the line, so I think I'll be getting it soon. So that is definitely not a new release, but I am still looking forward to getting that before the end of the year. Question 4 is, what 3 books do you want to read before the end of the year? So for this one, I'll go with books that I have not started yet and books that I have not mentioned yet. The first one would be Shadow of the Giant, which is the next book that I'm ready for in Orson Scott Card's books in the Ender's Game series. I've made a video before about Ender's Game versus Speaker for the Dead, and I've mentioned other books in the series, probably several other books in the series in other videos that I've made. So I'm in the sequel series of the Ender verse, and this is the 4th book in the Ender Shadow series that I'm ready for. So I just kind of keep devouring these books one by one. I feel like these later ones are not nearly as good as the original ones, but I'm still definitely enjoying them enough to read through them really fast every time that I have them and be excited for the next one. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what happens next with the characters. Some of the child characters from the earlier books are getting to be adults by this point, so that's kind of interesting. And I really want to get to The Last Shadow, which is a book that unifies the original Ender series with the Ender Shadow series, and I'm just very curious to see how those recombine in the end, so I've been keeping up with that series. And then the second book that I am very interested to read before the end of the year is The Lightning Thief, which I have on hold at the library. So that's the first Percy Jackson book. I've never tried Percy Jackson before, and I am very intrigued to see what it's like. I know that there are a lot of huge fans of the series, so we'll see if I become one of them. I'm a little bit skeptical about reading it so soon after the Harry Potter series for the first time. I feel like comparing those so closely might not work very well. I tried reading Amari and the Night Bros pretty soon after reading Harry Potter. I don't know why I keep calling that the Night Bros rather than the Night Brothers. I just like shorten that all the time, but whatever. The stories were just kind of too similar, I think. So that didn't go great, but I think maybe Percy Jackson will be different enough, and maybe it's been long enough since I finished Harry Potter that I will be able to enjoy that one now. And then the third book that I maybe want to read before the end of this year, it might not happen until a little bit earlier next year. We'll see. But All the Lost Places by Amanda Dykes. Funny story about this one. I completely forgot that I had said I could read an advanced reader copy for this one. Amanda Dykes, the author, came and visited the Author Conservatory, which is the online writing school that I'm in, and she gave us the opportunity to ask for some advanced reader copies. And I was thinking that I was going to get emailed an ebook at some point, and instead the publisher mails me this awesome hard copy. And not only that, but it has like all of the pre-order goodies inside. So I got all of this for free, and there's like a bookmark in there and a bunch of stuff. I haven't even looked through everything that's in here. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to checking that out. It is historical time split fiction. Is that what it's called? Split timeline. There we go. That's what it is. And it is completely different from what I usually read. I hardly ever read anything like this. So I'm interested to try it out, and I think it'll be cool to have something that's totally outside my reading comfort zone, and we'll see if I enjoy it. Question number 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I mean, we'll see. I think I already know what my favorite book of the year is. I really doubt that anything is going to beat out this one. But I mean, I don't know. I do have some pretty cool books lined up for next month. So, of the books I think could possibly become number one, maybe That Hideous Strength, if I can finally get it from the library. I've heard some people say that that's C.S. Lewis's best book. So I will see if I agree with them, and that could definitely make it a contender. Another possibility would be The Man Who Was Thursday by G.K. Chesterton. That's another one that I'm hoping to get from the library soon. It's another one that I've heard some people say is one of their favorite books. So I would not be surprised if that makes my top 10 list at least. Also, The Lightning Thief, maybe. A lot of people consider the Percy Jackson series some of their favorite books, so possibly. And then I'm also hoping to read The Rage of Dragons before the end of the year. That's another one that I'm not positive is going to make it in December, but we'll see. And I haven't read a new to me big epic fantasy book in a while, and I feel really ready for that again. And then question 6 is, have you started making reading plans for next year? So surprisingly, I haven't made a lot of plans yet. I just kind of don't feel like I can, because I'm probably going to get some books for Christmas, and I don't know which books those are going to be, and it's definitely going to affect my reading plans, which books I get for Christmas. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I have definitely started thinking through what my process and my system is going to be for next year. And there are quite a few books that I didn't get to this year that I know I'm not going to get to this year that I've already put on a tentative 2023 list. So I've started a little bit of planning. But usually for me, it's like that week between Christmas and New Year's when I really hit it hard on my book planning for the next year. And that's just one of my favorite things about that week after Christmas. Okay, and then I should tag people. I'm going to tag Brandon's Bookshelf and Rekindled Reader. I don't know if you guys do tags, or if you want to do this tag, or if you've already done this tag. I don't know, but I have enjoyed watching your videos, so I'd be happy for people to check out your channels, and feel free to make this tag if you want to. And I would also love to hear the answers to these questions from all of you guys watching this video. Let me know what you're still planning to read before the end of the year, and if you think maybe your favorite book of the year is still in the future for 2022. And also let me know about your reading plans for next year if you're making them already. If you enjoyed that video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I would love to see you next time that I make videos. Until then, thanks for journeying with me. Bye!